Right. I'm 10. What did you want to be when you were 10?
I think when I was 10, I probably wanted to be a professional BMXer. I was into BMXing, but I wasn't very good at it because I'm quite small and other people were bigger than me and better on their BMX than I was.
Yeah. I've decided I want to be a zookeeper at Jurassic Park because that'd be so cool.
That would be quite dangerous.
Right. And what were you listening to when you were 10?
Um, I don't think I was as sophisticated as you. You seem to know more about music than I did when I was your age, but I had a few different tapes. I had a Bruce Springsteen tape, and I had a Erasure tape, and I liked them both a lot. But I was a little bit older than you when I started listening to different kinds of music. I started listening to music through my big sister. I've got a sister who's 3 years older than me, and she was the person that let me hear a lot of the music that I still love, like The Cure and the Jesus and Mary Chain and those kind of bands.
Hmm. Right. Did you always want to be a musician? Oh,
Not,
okay.
not in. Oh, you've dropped your pen. I'll let you get your pen. Um, I didn't always want to be a musician because I didn't actually start playing music till I was probably a little bit older than you, maybe 11 or 12. Once I really fell in love with music, though, that's all I wanted to do. So as soon as I started playing guitar, I wanted to do that all the time. Oh, I can't hear you. Have you muted yourself?
If you're an
Oh, you're
actual
back.
if you were an actual Mogwai, what would be the three rules to stop you turning into a horrible gremlin?
Well, there's don't get me wet, which would mean that I would get quite smelly. But yeah, don't get me wet. Don't have any bright light. Oh yeah, and don't eat anything after midnight.
What would your rules be?
What would my rules be? Oh, well, they wouldn't be those ones because they sound quite rubbish, especially not getting wet because I like swimming, and I think it's quite important to wash every once in a while, otherwise you get smelly.
And
So
you probably die because you be dehydrated. Like
exactly how you meant to have a drink. So they're quite silly rules. So maybe I would make it maybe don't eat after midnight's quite a good rule. Like
hmm,
I'd keep that one, but then I would have the other ones would be maybe go outside every day, which is quite healthy, and maybe try and remember to eat some vegetables.
hmm.
That would be mine.
What I do I'd make sure they give me a slice of cake every hour.
That would be good. What's your favorite cake?
I like most cakes, but there's this after school club I do called Chuckles, yeah, and once I was there and I had it was like a brownie, but it had beetroot in.
Oh, that sounds good. I love beetroot. Oh, you didn't like it?
No, like beetroot in a brownie. I only accept vegetables with carrot cake, but beetroot.
Right. No, not for you. I don't think I would have liked a beetroot brownie when I was 10 either, but now I'm a bit older. I quite like that kind of thing.
Hmm,
Maybe you will when you're older too. Do you
yeah,
like olives? A lot of people don't like olives till they're older.
yeah. Um, my other rule would be needs to have some loud punk rock played to him at least once a day.
I think that's a very good rule. What's your favourite punk rock?
Um, I like, do you know Shame? They've released a new album.
Yeah, are they your favourites?
Yeah, they're one of my favourites, and Idols and that lot. Yeah.
Good, good. Do you like any old punk rock music?
Um, there's this guy called Sid Vicious. that
Oh
my
yeah, I
dad
know about Sid
used
Vicious.
to try to get me to like. But all I know about him is that he's some loud dude with green hair.
That's true. He also wasn't a very nice person, but he was in a very good band.
Hmm. Right. Mogwai have been one of the most recommended bands when I interview musicians and ask what they're listening to. Is it good to be influential and liked by critics, or would you rather sell bazillions of records?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, people, we are quite popular with critics and other bands. Um, I don't know if it has to be a choice. Maybe it'd be good if you could have both.
Yeah.
I mean, bazillions of records would be quite nice, but I think it's more important that people like your music. So I'm happy with the way things are
Yeah.
because we didn't start making music to make money. So there's no point changing that anytime now.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, have some amazing song titles. How do you come up with them?
Or they're just silly things that us and our friends say, or sometimes if we someone hears something wrong, it'll be really funny to us and we'll write it down. So a lot of them are just like silly things people say or things that we misheard or just weird things we see on signs. So really just daft things from just normal life.
Hmm. Would you rather have to fight a Glasgow Mega Snake or a Batcat?
Probably a Batcat because it'll be smaller. I think a mega snake would be quite challenging. That was an idea me and Barry had, and it was kind of like the Loch Ness monster, but it was in Glasgow. So if it was that big, I think it would be quite hard to fight. I think you would lose. Whereas a Batcat, if it's the size of a bat or a cat, you'd have more of a chance.
I reckon Batcats would be like a meter high at least, and they'd have claws and stuff.
Oh yeah, well both would be tough. Both would be a tough fight, definitely.
If they started off as cats and bats, I if they started off as cats, I'd just like give them cuddles because I love cuddling my cat.
Oh, I love cuddling cats too. It's the best.
So I just stroke it. So
Yeah, win the battle with love. That's the best way.
yeah. We listened to 000 a lot, especially in the first lockdown, as the sound just seemed to fit. How's it different writing soundtracks to other music?
Um, well, when you're writing for a soundtrack, you've got to keep the director happy. So it's kind of more like a job. So you've got to get advice. Is that Star Wars mug? I like your mug,
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I have
Stormtrooper.
I have hot chocolate every interview.
Have you? Do you? I wish I had hot chocolate every interview.
Yeah, it's like a thing I do now.
Yeah, it's good to have these traditions. What was I talking about? Soundtracks. Yeah, so when you're doing a soundtrack, you're doing a job really. So
Yeah,
it's a bit more serious. Whereas if you're making your own music, you can just do whatever you want, and no
yeah.
one can tell you that they don't like it.
Mm, right. Is it easier or harder to write songs without lyrics? Does it give you less work to do, or is it harder to hook people in?
I think it's easier because I don't write lyrics very easily. It's quite hard for me to write lyrics, so it seems easier to do it without them. And I think it's quite natural for us because we've been doing it like this for quite a long time. So I think it's easier without lyrics.
Hmm. And you're releasing the album 25 years to the day after your first single. How have things changed in the music industry in that time?
They've changed a lot. I mean, back then there was no one really had the internet. So if you wanted to hear music, you had to buy it from a shop or hear it on the radio. So that's a big difference. Um, yeah, that's probably the main difference. But it's still the same. Still, gigs are the same, and making fans and all that kind of stuff is still the same process. So in a lot of ways it's changed, in a lot of ways it's still the same.
Right. What's your favourite song on the new album?
I think it's probably Midnight Flit, the one with all the strings on it. I think that turned out really well. That's probably my favourite.
My teacher, Mr. Sells, was quite excited that I was talking to you today, so he didn't mind me missing a maths meetup. He said he liked the soundtrack to Les Revenants and asked what exactly is a wizard motor.
You know, I can't even remember what that song title comes from. I really cannot. It was probably some kind of joke about a car, because in Scotland we call a car a motor. So it was probably someone had a car that, I don't know, did something fancy that we didn't know about. That's my guess.
Right. Lots of interviewers ask about your music heroes. I'd like to know your music villains.
Oh, villains, oh dear. See, I try to be nice about people now that I'm getting a bit older, but yeah, I don't really like Elton John.
Yeah,
I'm sure. I mean, maybe he's a nice guy, but I can't think of any songs he's ever done that I've liked. Who else do I not like? I don't really like. I don't really like Jared Leto, the singer from 30 Seconds to Mars. I don't know him, but their music's rubbish. So those two are probably my main villains.
Right. My friend Glennie would like to know how the dogs are coping with lockdown.
The dogs are loving it because they just get cuddles all day. They're really happy about it because they're not getting left alone at all. So they're really, really having a great time.
Yeah, that's what my cat's like, because she's used to having my parents at work and me and my sister at school. So now we're at home and she's just like soaking up all the cuddles. And when I'm doing like my maths or something, she'll just climb onto us and it will be like she's just so cute, you can't say no.
Oh, that's nice. What kind of cat is it?
It's like a black cat. And she's really small.
Oh, she sounds like a lovely cat.
Mm. Right. Is there a song you wish you'd written?
I mean, there's thousands and thousands of songs. Let me think of one. Maybe a Joy Division song. I really love Joy Division, so maybe like Transmission by Joy Division. That's
Yeah.
I would love to have written that. I'd be very pleased with myself if I'd written that song.
No, there's this. Me and my family started watching Parks and Recreation, and
that's a good show.
There was this really good song in it about a pit, and I really like that.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, that is a good song. What's it? Is this band called Mouse Rat?
Yeah, I fell in the pit. You fell in the pit. we watched that last night, and I love it.
Such a good show. Have you got to the one where there's a little horse in it yet?
No, we've only seen the first season.
All right. Well, you look forward to a very small horse called Little Sebastian. It's one of my favorites.
Cracking up when you mentioned a small horse.
Oh yeah. Well, you've got. She must have seen it already, so you've got that to look forward to. It's very funny.
Right. I got my first record player last summer. What's the one essential vinyl I should get?
One essential vinyl. I would probably say Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits. He's probably my favorite guitar player, and his singles compilation Smash Hits is amazing.
Okay, I'll have to look out for that.
Yeah, I guarantee you'll like it.
Right. And this is the last question because you've whizzed through this, but it's also the most important one. Marmite,
Okay.
yes or no?
Well, this is a funny one because I was one of these people that people say don't exist who I was kind of on the fence with Marmite. I was like, it's okay. But in the last week, I've become very pro Marmite. I've changed from maybe to yes.
Yeah.
And I've been having it in combination with peanut butter, which is really good.
Oh, I've spoken to some people, and I've got a Marmite chart here. So
So who likes it?
you would have been on the fence. No,
But now I'm
I've
in yes.
spoken to various people who either love or hate Marmite and peanut butter.
I've always loved peanut butter, but now I love Marmite too. I also love chocolate spread.
No, we've just had me and my mum have just had Marmite and cheese toasties for lunch.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's amazing because we got a toaster maker a couple of months ago. It is deluxe.
Oh, amazing. I'm jealous. That sounds really nice.
It is.
So
Right.
who are you going to interview next?
I'm speaking to my friend Matt who runs a radio show tomorrow.
Oh, great. That'll be good.
And next Friday and Slow Tie. Frauds next Friday and Slow Tie.
Oh, yeah.
Time later.
His music's really good. That'll be good fun.
Do you want to post us some photos?
Pose? Yeah, okay. I'll try and I should have shaved. Okay, I'll try. Are you putting silly things in my face?
I'm not sure. I think I can only do me.
I think they're on your face. They're on your face. Oh yeah. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, that's good.
Right, let's go. It's great, but it's sometimes quite weird because, like, it gives you like yellow, green fingers and stuff.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit interesting.
Right. Thank you so much for your time. It's been.
Thank you. That was a great interview. It was lovely talking to you, and all the best for your fanzine. See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.